The director of the FBI just gave Donald Trump a huge gift in the way he publicly scolded Hillary Clinton for really what was irresponsible handling of classified information on her private email, even though there was no indictment. The question I would ask is, what did Donald Trump do with that gift, and did he wander off script? Now, he's got a little bit of a distraction in that he's trying to find a running mate. And the New York Times compared this search to The Apprentice because he's trotting out different people. Though Trump actually said yesterday on Fox News that he's got 10 people on the so-called shortlist, but some of them have been dropping out. He did an appearance with Senator Joni Ernst, the freshman senator, later signaling that she does not want to be considered. Same thing for Senator Bob Corker, who is a foreign policy expert. He, too, has pulled out. Now, the original names we heard were Newt Gingrich and Chris Christie, but then, of course, Indiana Governor Mike Pence. And so now it's become this great scoreboard of a game for the media to figure out who's up and who's down. And that's, something that Trump has to go through, and to some degree every nominee goes through. But also, rather than just take what Comey said, use his own words, put up an ad, give a speech quoting it, exactly where the director of the FBI went through all of the steps in which Hillary Clinton did not, or potentially, put national security at risk. Comey couldn't even guarantee that no foreign hackers had gotten into a private email server. Indeed, he said it was quite possible. Trump tried to push the envelope at a rally, and instead he talked about how there was potentially a bribe involving Attorney General Loretta Lynch. Now, this was not about the awful, horrible, what were they thinking meeting with Bill Clinton, but a New York Times article in which Democrats close to Hillary Clinton were quoted as talking about her first 100 days, and she wants to appoint half the cabinet as women, and saying she might keep on Loretta Lynch. Well, if Hillary campaign was deliberately signaling that the woman who ultimately will make the decision, although she says she will defer to the FBI about whether she's indicted, could still keep her job, she's elected, that stinks to high heaven, but we don't know whether that came from the Hillary camp or just some Democratic operatives who were speculating. It's an interesting question, but it also puts Trump, when he says the system is totally rigged, in the position of criticizing Comey, criticizing the FBI, rather than just taking the ammunition provided by the FBI director and running with it. And then, at his speech that same day, arguably the worst day of Hillary Clinton's campaign, Trump goes off on Saddam Hussein. Now, he has said versions of this before, said Saddam was a bad guy, but he did kill lots and lots of terrorists, thereby presumably glossing over the mass murder that Saddam engaged in. And more importantly, why would he be talking about a long-dead Iraqi dictator on a day when the news, when every single story on every single network, except for those nice pieces on MSNBC about Obama and Hillary campaigning together, talking about Saddam Hussein? So again, I still think that what Comey said hangs out there. Republicans are quoting it, even those who are disappointed in the decision not to indict. Donald Trump can quote it, but he always seems to push things a little far, which keeps him very much in the news, but in this case might have taken him a little bit off track.